Hi there everyone, I'm Scott Hartzman, Technical Director for EverQuest II. We're here today to show off something that the whole team's proud of, an in-depth look at what all the pieces look like when they come together. What you're about to see has all happened inside the game itself. Other than the titles, this is what the game looks like. We hope you'll enjoy seeing EverQuest II, where adventure comes alive. Deep, intimate, meaningful, and entertaining. That's the experience we're going for when people play our game. We're striving for EverQuest II to be the most immersive MMO ever created. One of the ways we're making this happen are through our photorealistic characters and their environments. Here we're making up the party that you'll be seeing advance through their careers. With millions of possible combinations, you really can make yourself a unique-looking character. In addition, we have 16 races and 24 classes to choose from, and any combination goes. That's not quite as simple as it sounds. For the evil races, the road to redemption is never an easy one, and the good races will find their descent into darkness is fraught with peril as well. More than 2 million people have been exposed to the EverQuest universe. This tutorial that you're about to see is designed to help both them and players new to online games get familiar with how to play in our world.
I am Captain Drake Farmers, and this here fine ship is the far journey. The hearties pulled you from the sea, you and those other bilge rats.
As a part of the game, even the tutorial needs to keep people entertained.
It can be! Quick, Ingrid! Secure the loot! I'll be at Lakota off the starboard bow!
As you can see, the voices really do add another level of immersion that's never been attempted in a game of this size. We're committed to having voice for all non-player characters that you'll interact with in EverQuest II. That's more than 130 hours of voice, or the equivalent of 65 feature films. Set 500 years in the future of EverQuest Live, our Norath exists as a parallel online universe to the original. A cataclysm is struck, the world has been shattered, and the populace has been split between Kinos and Freeport, the bastions of good and evil. Here you're seeing Freeport. Ruled by Lucan Delir, a name familiar to those who know EverQuest, this is where you'll start out if you choose to play one of the evil races, like a Dark Elf or an Ogre. With EverQuest II, we've also included the concept of an ecology, as you can see here, with those who live in the city going about their daily business. Giving our NPCs their own personalities really does give it that feeling of a living, breathing city.
Will you take what is yours? Will you forge your destiny through might?
And wherever there's evil, good will be right there to fight it. Welcome to Kinos, the city of good ruled by Antonia Bale, a far-off descendant of the noble Bale family from EverQuest. This is where you'll start if you choose one of the good races like a dwarf or a wood elf. Speaking of starting out, one other thing that we're including with EverQuest II is player housing right off the bat. Throughout characters' careers, there are a large variety of housing options, from inn or apartment-style living, all the way up to distinctive guild houses, which come with a large amount of prestige. As players gain status by completing quests, they might just find themselves gaining reputation with the locals. What you've done in the world will affect how different NPCs react to you. A low-level enemy having heard of you may cower in your presence, or perhaps the townsfolk might just seek you out for your renowned orc-slaying abilities.
Will you share what you have? Will you set yourself aside and do what is right?
Well, those characters that we created a couple minutes ago, they're all grouped up and they're ready to go. We'll take you next to the Deathfist Citadel out here in the Orcish Wastes, and our characters are right around level 20. There are 4 adventuring archetypes in the game: warrior, mage, priest, and scout. Over time, as your character grows up, you make choices and undertake quests along the path that let you determine what your final profession will be. For example, if you start out as a priest, someday you might choose to become a holy Templar or a powerful Fury. If there's one thing that EverQuest II has plenty of, it's choices. One of our core tenets is that combat not only has to be attractive, but it absolutely needs to be fun. For a lot of people out there, that's the best part of the game: killing things and taking their stuff. So our party gains a few levels and heads over to the Obelisk of Lost Souls.
Welcome, travelers. You are destined to adventure so far from your own lands, so far from your own world.
The Shadowed Men you'll see here at the start of this scene, as well as the Nightbloods, are just a couple of the more than 160 unique creatures you'll encounter in the game. Behind the scenes, our combat system hosts an advanced tactical encounter AI that we call Encounter Brains. Since all fun games also need to be challenging, our NPCs have been taught how to use group tactics all of their own. As our party continues their quest, they've decided to come to the Temple of Khazak-Thul. That's another name that should be familiar to fans of EverQuest, but just because you've played EverQuest, don't think you already know what's in store. In the past 500 years, everything's changed. Our party arrives in an instanced area for their own epic encounter. Instancing some of these encounters gives you more exciting battles to fight. It's just you and your friends against whatever's inside with no help or hindrance from anyone else. Something's obviously got the native lizard men scared off, and that would be Venicor, the dragon. Now that Venicor's landed, let's see how well our party does.
No other god remains to you. The silent pantheon testifies to this. You are alone. Pray to me now. With your screams.
Ah well, maybe you can do better. We look forward to seeing you in EverQuest II, where adventure comes alive.
Rated T for Teen.